my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it is lovely to see you today. In this video we're going to be talking about how to style your clothing in the witchcore aesthetic. So grab that cup of tea, let's get to it. So witchcore is something that I've been wanting to dress like for a while, and I'm kind of stepping into that style a bit more recently, and I feel really inspired by it. So I wanted to talk about it here on the channel. I am a practicing witch and I do share my travels in witchcraft on Mondays here on the channel. So if you're interested in learning about witchcraft, check out Monday's video. I'll leave a link to it down below, where I talk about the best books that I think are for beginners. So what a great place to start. So if you're interested in actually practicing witchcraft and not just looking like a witch, that's where to go. But today we're talking about fashion, and I really wanted to bring more of my witchcraft into my fashion, and not just in the colours that I choose, but also in the things that I wear. And so I thought it'd be fun to share this side of me, this new style that I'm starting to step into more, rather than just vintage. So that's what we're talking about today. But before we get going, don't forget, if you're new here, you can click the subscribe button to become part of the butterfly family. We would absolutely love to have you here. Don't forget to leave me a like and a comment. But let's get to it, shall we? So the first thing I want to say is witchcore is kind of a mixture of a few different styles. It's not just a style on its own. You can bring in goblin core, goth, vintage. You can bring in like 70s boho. That kind of thing can all mingle and mangle together, and that's how I kind of see witchcore. If those four things kind of smooshed together, we get witchcore. And witchcore is so fun and so easy and inexpensive as well. So we're going to be talking today about how to do that. So the first step is to make sure to check out your local thrift shop, and these are the things to look out for. So first thing to look out for are scarves, shawls and cloaks. You can quite easily pick up cloaks and shawls and scarves, vintage scarves that you can use on your head or around your shoulders. You can use them as a belt. A shawl will keep you warm if it's a cool summer's evening. They're great in the winter for adding an extra layer, and they're actually warmer than wearing a jumper, believe it or not. They really are. It's like having a little cuddle. It's lovely. Also, another thing is mittens, but not just mittens that finish here like most mittens do, but you can get long ones that come to like your elbow. They are so witchcore, it's unbelievable, especially if they're fingerless. I mean, it has to be said. You want long flowy dresses, long flowing skirts. Think, does it flow? Does it move about? If it does, perfection. Hats and boots are another thing. Straw hats in the summer, black bowler hats, top hats, that sort of thing, including witch hats in the winter, as well as you can get these like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? They're like I'll put a picture here, this sort of thing as well. I can't think today. Lots of jewellery as well. Brooches can be quite easily found. A lot of costume jewellery now can be found in charity shops, as well as necklaces. You can never have too many necklaces on at the same time, just one of those things. And rings as well. Rings and bracelets, especially like crystal bracelets, that sort of thing. They're perfect. Again, all can be found pretty inexpensively on eBay and Vinted and that sort of place, as well as just going to your charity shops and having a look around. And one last thing to look out for is pretty blouses with flowy sleeves, big bell sleeves, that kind of thing, and embroidery on them like this. Embroidered tops are so the look, as well as like embroidered collars and that sort of thing. Again, found in your charity shop, or you can find like collars that you can put underneath tops to give an extra little embellishment. You can find that sort of thing quite easily on Etsy and shops like that, and local craft centres are great for that sort of thing as well. Again, all these things can be found really inexpensively. Like this whole outfit today, picture here, this whole outfit today was thrifted. thrifted. I think this was like £5 originally, new look, so it was probably about £35 originally. This is from a local craft fair, and I think this was £10, and my skirt I think was £5 as well. So the whole outfit is thrifted, and I think it looks really pretty. So it's finding your style, it's finding the thing that works for you, and it doesn't have to be goth, it doesn't have to be your traditional witchy look or a gothic look at all. You can wear a lot of burgundies, a lot of forest greens, a lot of flowers and prints, ditzy prints, and pretty prints from like the 70s and 80s do really well with this as well. So they're all things to look out for in your charity shops and, you know, eBay and Etsy and that sort of place, because you don't have to spend a lot of money with Witchcore, and that's what I love. And you can really tailor it to you. Like if you're a crystal witch, you might want lots of crystals and sparklies on your clothes. If you're a forest witch, you might have lots of earth tones and flowers. If you are a celestial witch, you might wear lots of dark blues and gold embellishments, and even find like stars prints. It's finding what works for your practice, as well as if you just want to take on this style, which I don't know how I feel about people just dressing up in Witchcore, but if you do want to bring a little bit more of that into your wardrobe, it's definitely something where you can think about the sort of interests you have and the certain looks that you enjoy. And a great way of finding that is to find style icons. My style icons, I have a few of them, and the first one is Florence Welsh from Welsh and the Machine. She's one of my favourite artists. I absolutely love this band. They are amazing, and her style is impeccable. She just screams boho witch, and it definitely inspires me to think of her picking out her outfits with her music and her style in mind. I love looking at her style and thinking, how can I add more of that into what I'm wearing? And a lot of it is just very flowy vintage prints. I'm sure her clothes cost a lot of money, but you can quite easily find things like that in your local charity shop. Layering is a big thing with Witchcore, that you can layer and make into your own style, which I absolutely love. Next up we have Stevie Nicks, the queen herself. I absolutely love Stevie Nicks, and her style from the 70s and the 80s as well as right now is so Witchcore, it's unbelievable. You can just look at pictures of her and you'll be inspired with outfit ideas and ways to incorporate that into your wardrobe. From top hats with summer dresses to hippie cloaks, skirts and beautiful, just her style, just, it inspires me so much. And I have a whole folder in my Pinterest boards of pictures of her, so if you want to go and check out my Pinterest and find my pictures of her, just look up style icon board on my Pinterest, and Pinterest is linked below. So definitely follow me on Pinterest, because I'm always pinning pictures of Stevie, because she's the one that a lot of us really look to for how to dress. Next up is Helena Bonham Carter. Now she's a bit more goth, but it's the layering that we're looking at with Helena. She is just so good at layering her items, and she's brilliant with accessories, and that's the sort of energy that you want to be bringing. We don't want any of this rubbish like less is more is more. Like, yes, more brooches, yes, more accessories in your hair, yes, more headscarves, yes to the accessories. We want it all. And then we're going to go into fiction icons, and the first one I'm going to say is Queenie Goldstien from Fantastic Beasts. This woman's wardrobe is incredible. I love her hairstyle, as you can probably tell, but I just love the fact that she brings so much magic into her wardrobe. Queenie Goldstien just says Witchcore to me. I love her big oversized coats, pretty dresses, her hairstyles, her accessories. It's just magnifique. I love so much. And another one is look at period dramas, especially ones that are fantasy based. But period dramas are amazing. My favourite two are Outlander and Peaky Blinders. If you're looking for Witchcore in the vintage area, period dramas are great for that. But if you're going to look for that fantasy element, look for fantasy films. Anything with Keira Knightley in. I love her films, and I just think that her characters generally have a really really witchy look about them. And yeah, period dramas just give you that kind of vintage boho kind of feeling. And hopefully all the way through this, I've been flashing up pictures that will be inspiring to you when it comes to witchcore. It's all about layering, it's all about accessories, and you can really go crazy with it. There's so many people who dress witchcore and they don't really realise they're doing it. And I hope that if you are interested in a witchcraft journey because you watch my videos on a Monday and maybe you're not so much into the vintage fashion, me bringing more witchcore into this, I hope will inspire you to bring more of that into your daily style and your daily outfits of choice. Don't forget, if you want to see how I dress in this way, definitely check out my Instagram. Again, the link will be down in the description, as well as to all my social media, so go and give me a follow there too if you like me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to head down below and leave it a cheeky little like, so I know that you enjoyed it and I know that you want to see more like this from me in the future. While you're down there, leave me a comment. Let me know if witchcore is something that you knew about, something that you want to dress like. Are any of these style icons people that you've always wanted to dress like and you're not quite sure how? Then I hope this video will give you some ideas and some tips. If you would like more videos like this, definitely let me know by leaving me a comment, because I always love talking to you and finding out the sorts of things that you want to see from me. And last but certainly not least, if you like my content and you like my face, don't forget to head down below, hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays. My health permitting, I always do my very best to be here with you every week, twice a week. I really hope that you have a really, really wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next video. Bye.